Hey guys, Sasha from Mobile Geeks here. I'm here in London at the Huawei Ascend P6 launch event, and what I would love to do is give you a quick and dirty comparison of the new Huawei Ascend P6 over here on the left side and the HTC One, which in my opinion is still the most beautiful Android smartphone that is out there. Let's just start with the display, because both of them are sporting a 4.7-inch display. Let me just switch on the HTC One again. Here we go. Well, as you can see, I'm using an anti-glossy foil on the one over here. 4.7-inch display, but the HTC One sports 1080p resolution, while the Huawei comes in at 720p. Both of them are based on a quad-core SoC. The HTC One is using the Qualcomm Snapdragon 600, while the Huawei is using the Huawei K3 V2. It's a 1.5 GHz quad-core ARM Cortex-A9 SoC. 2 GB of RAM on both devices. The HTC One comes in 32 and 64 GB internal storage versions, while the Huawei only sports 8 GB of internal storage, but it has a micro SD card slot, so you can extend it at least with a 32 GB micro SD card. There are also some 64 GB cards that should work with it. What about the battery? The Huawei sports a 2000 mAh battery, while the HTC One, holy shit, I completely forgot about this. I think it was a 2600? 2300. I just looked it up. I guess you'll notice that. I'm sorry, I've been doing so many videos right now. In terms of the cameras, we have a 5 megapixel camera here on the Huawei in the front, and there's a 2.1 megapixel camera in the front on the HTC One, which sports a 4 megapixel camera. It's a famous ultra pixel camera. On the back, the Huawei has an 8 megapixel camera. In terms of the weight, the HTC One comes in at 143 grams. And this is like 9.7 millimeters, if I'm not mistaken, 9.3 millimeters thick, while the Huawei only weighs 120 grams and is only 6.18 millimeters thick. Oh, shall I say thin? Yeah, that makes more sense. In general, both of them at the same display size. Let me just try to hold the display right next to each other so you can also see different size. Of course, the HTC One is a little bit higher because of these additional front speakers they have. But in terms of the design, seriously, I have to tell you that in my opinion, the HTC One is just facing its very, very first competitor on this market. Beautifully designed, the Ascend P6, nice brushed aluminum. It feels good in your hand, so it's great to see that there are more amazing smartphones coming from Asia. So that's a quick and dirty comparison of the new Huawei Ascend P6 and the HTC One. I'm Sasha from Mobile Geeks. Thanks for watching.